Hi everyone, I want to do a quick video tutorial for you today on one of the products out of the new seasonal catalogue that I didn't think I would fall in love with, which is the Stampin' Up! Card Base Pop and Cuts. I fell in love with the dresses, of course, but I wasn't sure that I'd really get a lot of use out of this thing that just seemed to cut a card out with a couple of slots down the end. However, I did go ahead and buy it, and I am so glad that I did. I want to share with you some gift card alternatives with this base. You can basically see lots of tutorials about how to put it together as it's intended to, but I'm going to put a series of videos up on how to put it together in ways that it's not intended to be used, but a really fun, fantastic way. So today I want to start with showing you some gift card holders that I've made. I'm going to keep them in separate videos because it might be a bit kind of too long if I do them together. This is the one that we're going to do in this video, and basically it's just a little pocket pouch that holds a gift card in there. Now the little gift card holder is to put the slots in the piece of paper to put your gift card in are also made using the die, and I want to show you how you can do that. So I want to make this one for you today. In another video you will see how to make this larger version of a fold out card with a gift card in there and a big space to write your message, but I'm not going to do them both in the one video, so I'm going to focus on this one for now. So it's easy to cut your standard base using, this is the die that you get. Basically you want to put a piece of cardstock in here that's 4.5 inches wide. I use about 12 inches, but 11 3/4 I think fits as well. So you want to cut one of those out using that standard base, which is what I've done here. There's no score marks in it when you first cut it out, so that's the beauty of this. And I didn't realise that when I saw it in the catalogue. I thought it came pre-scored, which I think limits you ever so slightly. But it's free range. You can do whatever you like with it. So with that in mind, take your scoring tool, pop it in so that the flat edge, not the ornate edge, but the flat edge is up against the left hand side there, and then you're just going to score down at 1 inch, 3 3/4 and 8 1/4, and that's it. That's all you need to do as far as scoring goes. This is some of the lovely Pool Party Coordinates paper, which I really like as well. You want to do something, I wouldn't do it with just DSP, I'd do it with a bit of a thicker cardstock. This DSP is nice and thick. This is that natural composition stuff, so it works well. So does any of the cardstocks. So once you've got all your score lines there, what you're going to do is you're going to fold this first score line that you've made at that 1 inch mark back against the body of the card, and you're going to come forward, fold there, and then the last fold line is going to come over. And when you do that, if you have scored well, that sounds good, doesn't it? Your slots in the now I haven't been very neat with my scoring here. Look at that, terrible. Okay, if you score it so that it's nice and square, when you do this last one, I'll zoom in and I'll show you your little tabs here will line up perfectly with those holes that are pre-cut for you in the pop and cut card base. So I'll show you there and there, and that's as simple as it is, guys, to make it. You can decorate it however you like, but I'll quickly show you how I decorate mine, and then you can sort of take those ideas and go from there. So what I do, you could leave it certainly as a full opened card base, but to make it for a gift card holder, which they're absolutely perfect for, you just want to put some double-sided tape down the two edges of that shorter panel here, there and there. Now before you close up your bottom panel, if you're going to put ribbon or something ornate on the front panel, do it now so that it tucks away inside here and it's nice and hidden. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so once you've embellished your front however you want, then you're going to glue those sides in place. Make sure they're nice and square and even. It's always good. Okay, and then I'll zhuzh with my flour a little bit later, I suppose. But what you also want to do with this one, don't glue it down flat because it does make it hard for you to get your tabs into the holes. The best way to put this down is to just put 2 dimensionals there and there. Take those tops off those 2 dimensionals, and then you're just going to fold that down. Get my flour out so it's not in the way. So you just want to use dimensionals there, and that gives you a bit of height. And then when you close this down, at least you've got the tabs that you can sort of grip onto to give you a hand to close that one up. There and there. So that's it. In terms of the mechanism, it all sort of sits there. I'm just going to put on, again, the little greetings that comes in that designer pop-up posies designer kit, that'll just for you. And I've just used my ovals, my nesting ovals, to cut the greeting out and cut a larger oval for matting on, and then I'm just going to stick it on one of these labels that comes in that pop-up posies kit, and then just stick that onto the front. And it actually, these are great because just by chance they fit really lovely on the top half of your gift card holder, which is just a coincidence, but that's what I love about Stampin' Up. Coincidences seem to happen all the time. So what you're going to do now is I'm going to put a piece of cardstock in here to hold your gift card. Now if you want to, you can just, let me grab my gift card out of here. You can just glue your gift card on with some tape, or you can cut your own slots in the top. But what I did find was that you actually can use the Pop and Cuts die to cut yourself a couple of little tabs on that piece of cardstock to hold your gift card. Now it is a bit fiddly to do this, but I'll show you what I use, and the reason I'm going to show you is that you actually use this to make a few of the other different variations for the Pop and Cuts that I've come up with. Basically what you need to create yourself is a thick bit of cardstock that you're going to use instead of an acrylic plate. And what it is that I've run some chipboard, basically the backing of some of the specialty DSP that we get. There's 3 layers there, and what I've done is I've cut 2 of them 1.5 inches in width, and then I've put them on the die and run them through the Big Shot machine, and that sort of cut the shape, and as you can see it's put the slots in it. I've layered 3 together. The last one I just didn't have quite enough width out of the piece I was using. It didn't really matter. The reason I chose 1.5 inches is because that's as wide as this little bit of foam that's down the bottom of your die here. You'll see there's a little foam recess that sits there, and basically what you want is that you want this set of 3 bits of chipboard that I've just used Tombow glue to glue together fit neatly inside that last little area of the die. So once it's all stuck together, and it all did, I did use my craft and rubber scissors to just angle those corners just a little bit sharper than what the die does have, just so that you don't get that impression when you are using it. So what you want to do to cut the holes for your insert, this measures 3.5 by 4 inches. On the 3.5 inch side, what you're going to do is line up the top. I've rounded just the top 2 corners, that's going to be my up. Line up this top edge with the cut line that's in the die here, and you want to put it in so that, let me move it over and maybe even zoom in for you so you can see what I'm doing, so that the edge of this piece of paper is in the middle of this foam border here. And that just, I don't like to have to measure every time I do everything if I can sort of make reference to the die itself. So you want to have the edge of this about halfway on this bit of foam here. There's a bit of black inside as well, which is a bit of wood, but I'm talking about the foam here right on the outside edge. So you can see that this edge is about halfway between there and there. And then what you want to do is you're going to put this back in your Big Shot machine. You're not going to, I'm just going to turn it around so I can better manipulate what I'm showing you guys. You don't want to have a bottom plate. You're going to put the die, you're going to put the cardstock halfway into that foam area here. You're going to use the little chalk that you've made out of 3 depths of that heavy cardstock, you're going to put that onto the die, and you can, that's why it's good to have it the same thickness as that 1 inch area there, because when you've got this at the back, you're running it in the right place. It's sitting where you want it to sit. So I put it on so that, let me do this again. It's a bit fiddly, as you can see, but I'm showing you this because it does come in handy when we do the other types of cards. Okay, at the top, put this on like that, and then what goes on top is another acrylic, is an acrylic plate. Now I just used a small one for this because you're not going to put it all the way through the big shot. So that goes on the top like that. You are not going to have a plate on the bottom side. So you're going to put no plate. You're going to put the die. You've got your paper positioned so that the edge is halfway on this foam edge and the top runs flat with the top of the die. You're putting your chalk, which is 3 bits of chipboard cardstock, exactly back where those holes cut, where it fits into the inside area of the die. You're going to put your piece of acrylic on the top. You're going to put it through the big shot, but you're only going to go in until you sort of get, I don't know, just into that. You'll feel where the pressure kind of mounts up, where you've got all those layers together, and that's just to cut that little hole on the outside edge. So once you take all this off, you'll see you've got the hole cut there. Now you do get this, you might get a little crease in there depending on how thick your chalk is. I just get the bone folder and I smooth it back out. I don't know how well you can see, but it does smooth out that little dint that you might get in there, and that gives you one side cut for your gift card. And then if you turn it over and do the exact same process on the other side, so about halfway on your die there, put your chalk on so that you get it matched up to the exact pattern. I'm doing this sitting down, guys, while I video, and it's sort of probably not the best way to do it, but hopefully you can see what I mean. Put your chalk on, put your lid on, put it into your big shot, run it through just till it pushes it out, reverse it out, take your lid, take your chalk, and there's your other hole cut. Let's get this out of the way to show you what I've done now. Get your bone folder and smooth out any of those lines if they are a bit rough. How about I come in and I'll show you. And then what you're going to do is pop your gift card in those 2 slots. It fits perfectly. And then it fits into your gift card holder like that. The tabs. Close your gift card holder. There and there. Never works when I'm filming. There, and there's your gift card. There's your cute little gift card holder. So you've got an easy just cutting the base. You don't have to make it as complicated and do the cuts in that little insert, but that will come in handy, that technique, when I show you some of the other things that I've been doing with the pop and cut die base. So I hope you have a go at that little gift card holder, guys. It's a lot of fun and it is really easy, and there are so many more things I'm going to do with this die, so stay tuned for some more videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.